Mark, on the issue of negotiating with terrorists, I would point you that we are in an armed conflict with the Taliban in Afghanistan. They are not. They are. We don't get to choose our enemies when we go to war. The Taliban held Sergeant Bergdahl, and we successfully recovered him, consistent with past practice and consistent with an ethos that says we, the United States of America, the U.S. military, do not leave our men and women in uniform behind when they're held captive, and it was consistent with that principle that we have pursued for years Sergeant Bergdahl's recovery.
Does the U.S. still regard the Taliban as a terrorist group?
We regard the Taliban as an enemy combatant in a conflict that has been going on in which the United States has been involved for more than a decade. And in this case, although, as you know, we dealt with the Qataris in order to secure his release, it was absolutely the right thing to do because he was a uniformed member of the U.S. military who was in captivity as a prisoner, not as a hostage. And so we sought his recovery and succeeded in recovering him.
So the negotiation to obtain Sergeant Bergdahl's release is not a breach of that policy of not negotiating with terrorists.
It is absolutely consistent with decades, and I venture centuries, because we've had more than two now in the United States, of past practice when it comes to prisoners of war and exchanges of prisoners.